Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. I want to talk about some stuff, more stuff. Uh, Specifically about my kid, Logan. As you probably know if you listened to my videos last year, Logan is, I don't even know how to say it. He will become a transgender if it's up to him at this point. You know, who knows what life will bring, and who knows what his, who knows what'll happen to him and for him. And now I'm trying to, honestly, her is luckily at this point Logan goes by he, she, they, so anything is okay with Logan. It's hard because I've known Logan as a boy my whole life, but this is and at 17 there are still things that can happen that may change the course of his life. Maybe he'll, I don't know, who knows what'll happen. Maybe he'll have a girlfriend say, oh, you know what, being a boy or a man isn't that bad. I don't know, because he says even if he becomes a woman, he would still be attracted to women. So he'd become a transgender lesbian would be what she would become. Once again, I know I probably mentioned this whenever I've talked about Logan in the past. My biggest fear, besides going under the knife for a surgery, which is very invasive and life changing, obviously, is any discrimination that she would face. And that's scary because laws that are going on in Texas right now, I don't know why Texas is becoming what it is. I don't know why I almost called it a country. It originally was a Republic of Texas, Lone Star State, but they tend to really not, outside of gun rights and drinking rights, don't seem to care about a lot of other freedoms, like gay rights, trans rights, rights of people to get abortions or other types of reproductive freedom. It's kind of frightening what's going on down there. So I worry about, stuff like that. I worry about people who would harm him just for being a transgender, and that scares me, or just being different. Like I mentioned in the last video, you know, it's frightening. I came not to just talk about that today. I want to talk some other things about Logan, because I'm a little frustrated with him right now. He's been extra depressed the last few days, and it's hard because I've supported this family for about 25 years. I really, and when I say supported, I mean mentally and physically a lot. I've tried to be there for my kids. I think I have been. I obviously am right now. I'm a single dad with these two and have been for several years. Even when I was divorced, I was there every weekend, and I was there until they were 13 and 7 respectively, in a major way. There's a reason they live with me. Now, I'm not trashing their mom, but just like I think I provide pretty well for them. I've always done all the cleaning, the cooking, all of that. And Dante does his share, and Dante gets his dishes to the sink, and that's all I ask of him. He keeps his room clean, and Logan's not doing that. And I'm frankly, I came to a head today because I was tired of it. First thing we come in the house, he goes, "Can you get me a coffee?" And I was like, "Since I'm getting myself a coffee, yeah." And then he goes into his room where we used to keep the litter box, but it was stinging up his room, so he didn't like. Oh, we have 3 cats now, by the way. For those, that's a new update. That's 3 cats. Maybe I'll do a little video about that too. But I have 3 cats, so now we have 2 litter boxes. We should probably technically have 3, but one was in his closet in his room, and our new female cat Lily, who I've talked about back in November or December, she's a little piggy. She does not cover her poop, and that was a terrible habit for a cat. So it stinks up the house sometimes. Then the new one, Eli, unfortunately he's had diarrhea the last couple days, so we're keeping an eye on that. So what happened is we moved the litter box to another place. There was still some litter on the carpet in Logan's closet, and Eli had a diarrhea. And so we get home, making the coffee. Logan goes to his closet. Oh, Eli did diarrhea in my closet. I go, yeah, why don't you go clean it up? Because there's and that's my fault. This is on me as a parent. I've allowed that expectation to occur that Logan, can just ask me to do shit and I'll do it. And that's not, I mean, not everything, but enough stuff that it's getting to be bad. And I said, no, go do it. I was like, and I was frustrated. I go, you know what? I'm tired of doing 100% of the shit around this house. I go, you're a third of the people here. I'm not saying you have to do a third of the shit, but you got to bring it up to at least 20-25%. I am, you see this? This is why this looks old, because I'm fucking worn out. And so, and that's how I told it to him. I was real with him. Like, you got to do your shit. You got to keep your room clean. If something happens and you see something, do something about it. Don't just ask me to fucking clean up something. I clean stuff when I see it. You clean stuff when you see it. Do something about it. And so he's like, well, I don't know what to do. I was like, bullshit. Because there's extra litter in there. I go, throw that extra litter on the diarrhea. It'll help you soak it up. Pick it up with a, see, I'm so upset that I shouldn't have to be explaining this to a person with a 140 IQ, right? You use paper towels to pick it up and then spray it down with some stuff and wipe it out. And come on, it's cleaning. It's not that hard, And it reminded me, and Mom, you might not want to like hearing this, but my half brother Sean has struggled oftentimes in this life. Right now, he's doing pretty well, but he has struggled with a lot of things, and one of those things was keeping his living space clean. Always been a problem for him. And I remember my mom said, well, he has something that's called dirt blindness. And Mom, this may lead to an argument between you and me, but bullshit. I don't buy it. I get that people go in and they're used to living in a certain way and they can just deal with that. But I'm like, no. If you're told that you live in a pigsty, you need to clean a pigsty. If you have a master's in English lit or whatever it is Sean has, and you're of a 140 IQ like Logan does, you can certainly clean. And it's something that, like I said, I've allowed it to happen, and maybe my mom and dad allowed that to happen with Sean. I don't know, but the dirt blindness argument doesn't work with me. So Logan's gonna start pulling his weight, So yeah. I don't know. I'm all over the place talking about Logan. I do want to end on a high note because he is honestly a great kid, and I think that's part of the reason I've spoiled him. But I'm like, dude, you have all these plans to move out. Cat's gonna take a shit. We're gonna give me a call and expect me to come clean it up? That's not happening. This is you. We have 3 pets right now. You got to do your due diligence to help take care of these pets, and it's a good learning lesson for you to, when you live on your own, to see if you want to have a pet and have that responsibility. You got to feed it. You got to clean up after it. If necessary, you got to take it to the vet. There's a lot to do. You got to love it, essentially. So yesterday we had an IEP. Logan, I believe, but I'm not sure. I don't know the technicalities, but I believe what he would be called twice exceptional, meaning he has some qualities that are on the autism spectrum. Like he has pretty heavy OCD. He has not as bad as he used to when he was a kid, but still deals with anxiety. He has to take an antidepressant. Yet, like I said, he has a 140 IQ and is amazing, really, at thinking on levels that probably I'd say a huge majority of us don't understand. And that's not a brag. That's just the way this kid's built. I mean, his mom has a high IQ. I don't, but I know I offer things, and there's probably some parts of his brain that are good parts that came through my DNA. So an IEP is an individualized education plan. I didn't explain that. That was probably talked about in past videos. But so once a year we get together and talk about what Logan's doing well, what he's not doing well, and of course he's a junior in high school now. So we're talking about we're making post high school plans. Obviously, what'll help you in your career? What do you want to do your senior year that could maybe guide you to either college or a job in a field that you want to do? And Logan luckily has known what he's wanted to do for at least a couple of years. It's either game design or animation of some sort, which is great, and he's good at it, and he practices it all the time. And I'm really happy that he's not one of these kids that just stares at videos on YouTube. I mean, sometimes he does, but he also learns a lot, and that's made me really happy. He has a thirst for knowledge, and that's a big deal, and it's going to be very helpful in his life, obviously. And his math teacher paid him a huge compliment because she was there. It was 2 counselors, me and the math teacher, and she said, Logan has this unbelievable ability, and I've almost never seen it in all my years of teaching. She's been teaching like 20 years. He's doing high-level math, like trigonometry, which I'm just like, he likes to tease me. He goes, Dad, here, he reads out this super complex problem. What's the answer? I go, I don't know. Fuck you. I don't, I don't know. But it's fine because I do respect his knowledge. I tease him though back because it's like, yeah, I don't know, so shut up. Why don't we go out and throw a football, see who does better? But but she said Logan can look at these concepts, these very, very, how do I say, multi-layered mathematical concepts, quadratic equations oftentimes, and not even have to take the notes down, and can do it in his head. That's a 140 IQ, and that's amazing. And I know that with that IQ comes this depression, and comes not seeing the point of doing menial chores. I get it. You should be in a think tank somewhere, not cleaning the think tank. But he has to also do everything that the rest of us have to do to live this life. So I'm up to 11 minutes. I could go on about Logan all day. I love the kid, but right at this moment, I'm a little frustrated and just want Logan to take responsibility that a 17-year-old should take. I was, like I said, very happy with him. Happy that last year he worked at Lakeside all year and saved up enough money for a laptop. But I do give him an allowance, and frankly, I don't think outside of doing well in school and being a decent human being, I haven't asked him to really do anything for it. So that changes today. So there you have it. We'll do another video in a second. I'm gonna pile up a few, probably like I did last time, and then hopefully maybe start doing maybe a couple a day and seeing if I can get caught up. We'll see. My mom likes these, so I'm gonna keep doing them. All right, you guys. See you next time. Thanks for listening and watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.